Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, there's a new amazing rare Pokemon we need to be talking about. It's amazing rare Raikou, and of course, it is a basic Pokemon, which we know, and a legendary Pokemon, which we know, and it's got an awkward attack cost, which we knew was coming. But oh my goodness, this one could be amazing. So, starting off with the basics, I should mention our translation comes from the lovely Antoine Boulet. Stop me if you've heard that one before. We got 110 HP, and honestly, right, 110 HP is lower than we would like. But then again, it's up there with stuff like Zapdos. On a basic, it's really not too bad. It's got a retreat cost of 2, which again is slightly higher than we might like, but Air Balloon will give us free retreat, so we're good. It does have a weakness to fighting, which is the same weakness as stuff like Pikachu and Zekrom and Dedenne now, and Eternatus VMAX and Crobat V when the next set drops. Which is to say, it is not exactly the weakness that we're looking for. But you are a lightning Pokemon, and being a lightning Pokemon is really good. Although it's a lot worse by the time this actually comes out. We'll have lost Electro Power, that thing you use to do an extra 30 damage on all of your attacks, that's kind of sad. And we'll have lost Thunder Mountain, that thing that you use to reduce your attack cost by 1 lightning energy. But we'll still have Tapu Koko to accelerate energy, so it's not all bad. But we are losing some of the tricks. You're not really hitting much for weakness, mind you. Maybe like Lapras VMAX becomes really good, or Water Decks in general, to be honest, will tend to be weak, or Flying Decks, but again, they're not terribly relevant at the moment. But there is one attack here, and this one attack makes me look at Raikou and go, ooh, this is nice. 1 Grass, 1 Lightning, 1 Metal Energy, yeah, we'll talk about the cost in a minute, 120 damage to the active, and 120 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Or to put it another way, you're getting 240 damage on the board for the cost of free energy. Make no mistake about it, this could be awesome. I mean, the lovely Talonite X has referred to this as Mini Tag Bolt GX. That was my first thought when I saw it, and it certainly holds true. Now this is, of course, your Pikachu and Zekrom GX attack, the one that for 6 energy does 200 to the active, 170 to the bench. And you got Electro Power, so look, I know it's not the same. I know that at the moment, Pikachu and Zekrom can rightly be expecting to get a KO on the active, while KOing something like a Dedenne on the bench for multiple prizes. I get it. The thing is, one thing Lightning decks have really been lacking lately is a good way to take out non-GX Pokemon, single prize Pokemon. And this is it. Now look, the attack cost is super awkward, and I'm not going to argue for a second that the attack cost isn't super awkward. My argument here is that the attack cost is worth it. And when we all know Spiritomb is quite good at the moment, right? KO both Spiritomb. Except you're not actually KOing 2 Spiritomb, you're definitely going to take out their Jinx, because Jinx moving damage counters, building up damage on Spiritomb, which does damage dependent on how much damage is on it, is really how Spiritomb gets rolling. Take Jinx out and Spiritomb starts to fall apart. 2 prizes, 1 attack. And you're only giving up 1 prize in return. And there's no, you can't use it next turn, no, get rid of the energy or any of that malarkey. Which means that if your opponent doesn't KO Raikou, you just keep going. And then you do another 120 to the active, 120 to the bench, at which case you should be KOing multiple prize Pokemon. Most of the time, you're not going to be KOing multiple prize Pokemon. Most of the time, this is going to be taking out 2 single prizes. But there's so much to love here. I mean, Blacephalon looks like a really good Pokemon post-rotation. Yeah, it's losing 1 or 2 bits like all decks are, but it still looks like it's going to remain good. Oh, look, 120 HP. Take out both their Blacephalon. Done. And that is one of the other things we need to bear in mind here. What you're taking off the bench is going to a lot of the time be as important as what you're taking out of the active. Because that's where the consistency Pokemon live. taking out your opponent's attacker while taking out their Chinchino on their bench, or while taking out their Jirachi on their bench. Most decks, most of the time, have some Pokemon on their bench to help them recover. This takes out that Pokemon. You basically go, right, I'm going to take out your active, and I know you're going to put a Jirachi active next. And then you're going to use Jirachi's ability to look at the top 5 cards of your deck to find a trainer card that's going to help you get rolling, and you're going to roll from there. Yeah, don't even worry about it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't even worry about it, because now you take out the Jirachi as well. And this is what gets me so excited about Raikou. It's the fact that you're either taking multiple prizes to put the prize race in your favour, or it's the fact that you're taking out their active attacker while taking up their backup attacker, or it's the fact that you're taking up their active attacker while taking out their support Pokemon sitting on the bench. And all of a sudden, I am just totally in love with this. When we can pay the attack cost. And paying the attack cost isn't easy, but it is possible. Now, obviously, you can use stuff like Aurora Energy here, because that will count as any of those types of energy. But firstly, it's difficult to accelerate, and secondly, you got to discard cards from your hand, and your opponent can use Giratina to try and get rid of it, and it gets awkward. Though, as a side note, please, please, please bear Porygon Z in mind here. Porygon Z is redonk. Because what it does is let you accelerate as much basic energy from your hand to your Pokemon as you like during your turn. So you can play all of these amazing rare Pokemon and just play a ridiculous special energy lineup, knowing that you can attach as many as you like, and then you can get rolling. Porygon Z is an option here. Let's be clear. Porygon Z is an option, but I'm not going to sit here and say it's necessarily the best option. Now, some of these are easier than others. The Lightning Energy, Tapu Koko, done. There's no extra rule when it comes to special rare Pokemon. They look cool. They're all basics, they're all legendary, they've all got attacks for 3 different energy types, but there's no you can only play one in your deck or any of that rubbish. So you can use one Tapu Koko to get the Lightning Energy onto each of 2 of these. Boom, Lightning Energy is on. Now, in terms of the Metal Energy, I'm thinking Metal Saucer Energy Switch. You don't have to, but I'm thinking Metal Saucer Energy Switch might work quite nicely. Play any Metal Pokemon whatsoever, including something like Jirachi, Metal Saucer Energy Switch, and you're rolling, and then you can just attach the Grass Energy manually. Sure, you could use Rillaboom to accelerate the Grass Energy, but I think at that stage we're getting into slightly silly territory. The other option we've got, and I've mentioned this for previous amazing rare Pokemon, and I will invariably mention it for subsequent amazing rare Pokemon, and that is Turbo Patch. Turbo Patch is the one whereby you flip a coin, and if heads, you attach a basic energy from your discard to one of your basic non-GX Pokemon. Sweet! And that will work very, very nicely here. Raikou will be able to use this. Any of these special, amazing rares, whatever you want to call them, amazing rares is an actual name, any of them will be able to use this to get energy on and get rolling. So now, Tapu Koko, Turbo Patch, attachment for the turn, and you are paying it. And I know that's a lot. I know I'm asking for quite an investment to get this rolling. That has not passed me by, but I don't even really care. Because I do think there is so much potential here that it is going to be worth it. Now, there are a couple of other options here. Now, pre-rotation, we do have Zero Aura GX. Remember, that just attaches 5 basic energy from your discard to your Pokemon in any way you like. So you could just play 1 or 2 Metal and Grass and accelerate them with Zero Aura, though that is using your GX attack, so I don't know how much I like it. Moving into Expanded, this seems ready-made for Vikavolt, because of course Vikavolt accelerates 1 Grass, 1 Lightning energy from your deck. And this is a Grass Lightning attack, with then a Metal. But again, it's an Expanded only. This is already rotated. This rotated last year, so I'm not loving that so much. The one I do need to remind you of here is Zarude, and I think Zarude might be the best option here, because it's got the attack for 2 grass energy that lets you attach 2 basic energies from your hand to your bench Pokemon in any way you like, healing all damage from Pokemon you attach energy to in this way. So you can essentially attach 2 of the free energy to Amazing Rare Raikou using Zarude, make sure it's completely healed, and then bring it up to attack. And certainly this is something I'd be considering in a Zarude deck. I know the attack cost is awkward, but I've just spent a bunch of time explaining to you how it is payable if you're willing to engage with it. And the fact of the matter is, doing 120 is alright, doing 120 to the bench is great, doing both is amazing. I believe rather strongly we're going to see this Pokemon running around. I'm giving it 4 was season. The only reason it's not going higher is because the energy cost is awkward. But this attack seems so good that I do believe we're going to see a whole bunch of play from it. But maybe you disagree, in which case let me know in the comment section. Or maybe you agree, in which case let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.